The reigning National Freshman of the Year at the plate.
You got to face Burress at some point in time. You just want to do it with no one on base.
Here's the 2-2.
Drew Burress, a Burress bomb.
It is inevitable with number 8.
Wow. One word, just wow.
He has an opportunity to really make a strong statement for best player in Georgia Tech baseball history.
I don't think there's any feeling in the world better than just perfectly squaring up a baseball and seeing it fly 400 plus feet.
Well, it's safe to say Drew Burress has the juice. The sophomore center fielder had a pair of homers today and added to his ACC best 42 extra base hits on the year. You are on to the semifinals. Welcome in one of the stars of the game, Drew Burress. All right, Drew, I'd love to know and give you another opportunity. You said Caleb had the best homer today, but we both thought it was Vaughn Lackey.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I did kind of forget about that one. So. but yeah, I mean, you got to give. I think you got to give Vaughn. He had to work a little harder for his than the rest of us did. So.
That's exactly what we were thinking. Yeah, he definitely had to work hard. So, you're obviously the 2 home runs. The second home run that you hit, they threw you 3 breaking balls, right, to start the at bat. And obviously, you got the green light. Were you just going to swing if it was a fastball anywhere close? Because it really wasn't a strike, was it? It was a little up.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably a little borderline, but I mean, I was kind of looking. I was looking more up than down, so it kind of is one of those things you spread it out a little bit, and it was. I like to think that's kind of my wheelhouse sometimes. I like to get some of them balls up there. Nice.
Drew, you know you had an opportunity to win a free steak if you look at that sign, if you hit it.
Yeah, I mean, I told our pitching coach asked me before the game. I think when I pull the ball that much, I think that ball's a little below my sight line. So, I mean, they might have to either raise it up or I might have to hit it on the way down. We'll see.
Fair enough. You'll take 2 homers.
Yeah.
After having your coach here, would love to know your perspective on this, knowing how much he means to this university. You were speaking about it with Danny Wexelman. What has this season meant to you and your team to know that this is the final season and you're getting one last hurrah?
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it some earlier in the week, and it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, obviously, once you get to this time of the year, I mean, you're playing for keeps, and you really want to go out there and win every game. But just with Coach Hall and his legendary career, I mean, that's just an extra additive on top, and we really want to make sure we send him out right. And I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job of doing that so far, and we hope to continue to be able to.
Can you tell if there's a difference between how he was last year as a head coach compared to this year? Is this year he's more laid back, or?
I mean, I really would say, I mean, there hasn't been a difference. I mean, I think that's kind of, honestly, one of Coach Hall's specialties is just consistency. I mean, just out through so many years. I mean, he's had so many good ball clubs, and they've won so many games, and everything I've heard, he's always been consistent, and that's definitely something I can say has been true the last 2 years.
Last year, you were the primary focal point of the offense. We saw your offense on full display today with 7 homers. What have players like Alex Hernandez brought, as well as Kyle Lodis?
Yeah, I mean, those guys are awesome. I mean, just our offense is as deep as I can remember. I mean, guys like Lodis and Kent and Hernandez, I mean, everybody behind them, too. I mean, they really have done a great job kind of taking some pressure off of me and kind of making me feel like I don't have to do everything.
And your pitcher's taking pressure off you too, right?
Oh yeah, no
so
doubt.
much better than last year.
Yeah, I mean, our pitching staff has been, I mean, they've been great this year. I mean, it's awesome when you can win a game. We have so many ways we can win games. I mean, we can win games 2-1. We can win games 20-1. I mean, it just depends on any given day, and we can win games hitting the long ball. We can hit games running the bases, and I mean, I think that's one of the greatest things about our team this year is we're so dynamic and we can win the game in so many ways.
Drew, appreciate you making the time. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday in the semifinals. That is Drew Burress, one of the stars of Georgia Tech.